the wheel in the car, our body, with no willpower, your car has no brake, it will have accidents any minute, any time. And once we know that, we learned how to essentially discipline ourselves, like having an antivirus, to reject many programs, many things. I watch a movie sometimes, and 2 days after that, I completely forgot about it. It was for that moment. Unless there's something really good to it that, oh, I said, there's a point here. Sometimes, you know, there are points I'll discuss. Hollywood has made a lot of good movies, great movies. Also, they've made a lot of bad movies. Mostly bad than good. So, this is one of the peculiarity of the Baha'u'llah's new faith of God, which is called Baha'i faith. It has a section which is different from any other religions, and it's called World Order. The World Order of Baha'u'llah, by the way, if you hear it here and there, even last George Bush also were using it, even I guess Reagan even used it. This initially started by Baha'u'llah. He's brought this word, World Order. We call it World Order of Baha'u'llah to put things into order. According to him, things are disordered. Mankind, through the means of communications, by the help of scientists and everything else, like the rivers, they're coming from different parts of the different mountains, and they're heading down the valley like a tectonic plates underground, and they're coming together and they're creating this huge earthquake. As you can see, this tectonic plate of Islam and Christianity, once crusaders, they met each other and created such a havoc at the time, which brought many good things and many bad things. And today again we're seeing these tectonic plates of the cultures of the past, of the religion of the past, of the values are coming together, and it seems that it's a current that people are on it and nobody knows how to drive this force and make it to go well. And Shari Effendi says, unfortunately, this is a very unprecedented event that even the Baha'is, they know why is it coming, but they can't control it. It's out of control. Now in between, finally, whatever the center at the bottom of the valley is going to be once this accident has happened, and it's happening right now, every day it is, and like quasars, you know, the two huge galaxies, you know, are coming together. Some of these stars, they crash into each other, like Islam and Christianity does it all the time. And sometimes they miss each other, but creating a new world. This new world order of Baha'u'llah is essentially a part of his religion that hasn't been in the religion of the past. You know, there's history and philosophy and the laws that are in the religion of the past, but Baha'i faith has certain social and personal principles that are different from the laws. These are principles. I explained the differences between these principles and the laws. They're prime directive. And the principle and the order that is not a man-made order, as in the Christianity and Islam is, Baha'i faith, Baha'u'llah has created this world order essentially to harmonize the effort of the people through this, which is a plan of actions, which identifies all the borders, personal, social, political borders of all the groups, put it together like a body. Right now the world is like a goni bag. Everything is put into each other, like all the elements of my body. Imagine how many elements are in my body. Put it all in a goni bag and say that is Abbas. Well, I won't be Abbas. You know, and that's exactly like what it is right now. But Baha'u'llah, through the world order, which runs from personal level to the universal level, he wants to put his elements to a design, to an order that they work and create a humanity. Right now, the politicians and those who claim of something that they are, other philosophers, politicians, They're becoming like that Mary Shelley's novels of Frankenstein. They want to put these pieces together and they think it's going to work out and becomes a body. These are these efforts, I'm sorry, they're fictional and it's not going to work. If you want to make humanity to come together and work, like everything else, it has to have design. I will be talking about this later on when I'm going to the political level, but it's just not bad right now to tell you that I've said all this to people. There's a formula for the revolution, social revolution, spiritual revolution, where you can see that the elected representative in a country, which is the government, they are more stupid, more ignorant, more unaware, more oblivion than the individual that they've elected them. Isn't that crazy? I can swear to God, there is nobody in Iran as stupid, and all the 50 million people, as the government of Iran as a wholesome worked with together. How is this possible? It just shows our ignorance at the personal level, our oblivion at the personal level. When we come together, we do not recognize it. We're too individualistic. And when we put election, something comes up. It's exactly like that Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. It doesn't work. That's a fiction. You're not going to create a body. Look how God has put the element together to make us. Therefore, as an individual, we work very well. But when we want to act and, become God and like Him, we're trying to make an assembly. At the material level, we're very well. We make a Toyota, we make this camera, no problem. But as soon as we enter to the second level from material to come to a social understanding, social wisdom, to put together something to create a society, it doesn't work. And that's the case, not just the government of Iran, everywhere. The government of the United States is creation of a social black hole that people, they don't know what to do. They're electing it. But their own government, which is their own elected representative, is against the Americans. So this tells you that revolution is needed. We have to reform it, we have to revise it. And in this particular case, Baha'u'llah, which is His Divine Majesty, is the founder, is the creator of this universe, and Baha'u'llah is that personal of God in him. He has come to bring this up, just like He has made our body and nature. So some kind of a plan which is in contrast with who we are, so it can work. This is very, very important. And this was just an introduction I gave you. I'm going to be speaking, as I said. Let's see what how Baha'u'llah diagnostic of Baha'u'llah about these personal habits, bad and good, and how to enhance some of them, how to prevent and replace them without a lot of loss, and bring the willpower and discipline so we don't need habits. We really do not need to have any habits. When you need something, it has to be done. The desire is there for the body and for the soul, and you go and do it. But having this relaxation because you're simply tired and you don't want to think about it, you just want to use the program that you saved, I don't know how many years ago. I want to keep using the same installation of the program. It just keep crashing, make you lazy that you don't want to think. So, in this 24th of the 2010, I conclude this topic, this speech, and try to go next time to continue it and see how long this program is going to take me. There is so much to say. I swear to one true God, I'm only touching the basis of it. So, I don't know, this is about 27, 28 programs of half an hour talk. It has to go to a few hundred before I'm done with myself with what I've accumulated and with what my mission requires. Thanks God to the technology of the scientists who brought this means that I can do so. I hope on the other side of this material progress, there's a spiritual effort, and one of them, I hope, that I could coordinate the two desires and finally put this camera into use for something that's useful for me and useful for others. May Baha'u'llah, grace of God be with you. I shall be speaking to you later. So long.